while I've been up here, I've seen some of these roads are like blocked off with logs. I think there's people living up here, man. And there was one with like a big puddle, and I was about to go through it, and then I saw a bunch of tarps up, and I was like, oh, maybe not. I was ready to like blast through that thing. I was probably gonna end up with like Hills Have Eyes people out there tracking me down. I decided to leave Astoria and head to the forest and try to find some campsites and just charge up my battery. It's been, there's a little bug on my lens. It's been getting really low. I've been having trouble maintaining it. When I decided to get rid of the solar panel and just use that, I was driving a lot more and I wasn't editing every day. Now that I'm filming every day and I edit, I have to keep my laptop charged and charge batteries throughout the day because my camera eats batteries like crazy. So I think I'm gonna go back to solar panels, and I've got this this storage box up here, and I loved the idea of being able to carry a ton of firewood and be able to carry my chainsaw, all my chainsaw stuff, which I've never used once. And you know, I could throw an inflatable paddle board up there and just have tons of storage. But it's got way more cons than pros. That idea was cool, but it's really, I've taken a big hit on the miles per gallon, and I think it's because of this lip right here. It kind of has to stick out, and I can't move it back because then I can't open the back gate. It's also a ton of wind noise up there. It drives me crazy when I'm driving down the highway. And I talked about the KDSS crazy sway bar system in this thing that's super stiff on the road. When it's engaged, sometimes when I hit a bump with one wheel, it kind of has like a whiplash thing, and everything, because this is so high, just bangs around all over the place. The other issue is that the key is on this side, so I have to crawl up here, and you know, it's sketchy with this thing on, so I got to take it off, and it's just a super pain in the butt to open and close this thing, and I feel like I'm gonna fall off. I was able to get back my little glider from the last video where I launched the glider off the column. It's pretty cool. It was still down there, and it was kind of like in the way, but nobody ran over it. Another thing about that chainsaw, I think I'm just gonna sell it, man, to be honest with you. There's no use just keeping it around for forever, and I'll talk more about that in a second, but all of the logs that fall out here are tiny, and it's like, they're always cut for me. I haven't ran into a situation where I literally have to have it yet. I know that people do, and I could, but most of these logs that fall out here are small. Okay, am I actually in a situation now where I do need it? Look at this tree up here. I might actually be. Wow, okay. All right, well, this is a good chance to see what it's like to cut by hand. Can I cut this by hand? Yeah, this tree is pretty much the average size that I see out here. I realize that this is really dumb because I could easily just drive around this thing or, you know, get my tow rope out and tug it to the side. But this is the most common size tree I see out here. And if I'm ever out on a trail and a bunch of these fall in front of me, I want to know if I can do this without a chainsaw. This tree is definitely dead. There's no saving this one. Every once in a while there's a huge tree that falls, but I'm so paranoid about getting trapped out in the middle of nowhere by myself that I just don't go. You know, if I know there's going to be a storm coming, or there might be, I just don't take the chance. So this kind of transition period I'm in, of kind of between my old life and my new one, it's got me really questioning, like, the stuff I have, do I really need it, you know? I've been thinking, there's that hat. I've been thinking about my storage unit a lot too. I'm paying 60 bucks a month for this thing. It's like an hour away. It costs me 70 bucks every time I go to it. And the ones around Astoria aren't, they're a lot more expensive. They're more like 100 bucks plus a month, which opens the door to maybe starting a self-storage business. That'd be cool. Super. I was thinking about that when I was going through mine. I was like, man, this is super hands-off. Like, you just need one person working here and a maintenance person. Like, that's it. And you make so much money, you could pay them really well. So anyway, I was kind of thinking, like, this channel's starting to come back, you know what I mean? Like, I could just keep making videos every day and start selling off all my stuff, and by the time I sell all of that off, my channel will be back enough where I don't have to get a part-time job and I can just keep making videos. Obviously the end goal is to go on adventures every day and make enough money to keep going on adventures by sharing it. That's the goal, like, absolutely. And do it in a way that's completely authentic and genuine, and I'm not just like a salesperson for a bunch of crap, you know what I mean? Someday, archaeologists in 5,000 years are gonna dig up all this crap. They're gonna be like, oh my god, what was wrong with these people? So this is what you know, it can look like after a winter. This is a road, but I don't know if this is just 1 year or multiple winters that all these fallen trees have come down. It's got to be more, because look at that. All right, found another spot. This one's not too far away, and I can hear the stream down here. Looks like there's a little trail. Goes up right there, a little game trail. Got a good spot for a fire pit here. Oh, the streams are right here. Oh, wow. Look at this. Got some trilliums. Try not to squash those. Yeah, here's a little trail right here. Wow. Okay, and I got my trasheroo, so I can definitely pick some of this crap up. Oh, cool, there's a bunch of skunk cabbage growing down here. This is cool, man. Holy crap. What? Okay, this one is truly redwood size. Wow, here's the stump. What? That was a frickin' massive tree, man. Oh yeah. More evidence of beaver. Look at that. I've been looking for beaver for months. Months. And the closest I can get is like signs that they exist. But I have not found. This looks like an old dam. See how the water, see how it gets all blocked up right there? I think this might be a beaver dam. What I really gotta find is a den, so I can actually see the beaver. Oh yeah, yeah. This was totally a den, dude. Or not a den, but a dam. Let's see, how do I get through here? This is totally a dam. Look how clear that water is. It's perfect. Oh, there's newts. There's newts mating. There's a newt mating ball. You see him? Right there. I can't zoom in anymore because I got my wide lens. That's a bunch of newts mating. And there's little baby newts everywhere in here. The beaver created this. The beaver created this ecosystem. This is a beaver dam. Here's a bunch of newts mating right here. Look at this. Look at them. It's like a newt orgy, dude. They're going crazy. Literally every single little offshoot road where there's a campsite out here that I found today, which is probably like 20 of them, has looked like this. How do we get people to stop doing this? All right, get up here. Gotta kind of kick that to the side. Stick a foot up here. This is kind of like rock climbing. You gotta purposely put every move you make has to have a very deliberate purpose. Some keys. Yeah, see, the key doesn't even turn. Sometimes it opens and sometimes it doesn't. It's such a pain. There we go. Actually, I kind of think one of those keys might be the wrong one. So this, you gotta really yank on it. And I feel like I'm gonna fall off someday doing that. Oh, yep, chainsaw leaked everywhere. Son of a... There's nothing like a real campfire, man. It feels great. The burn bans are gonna be here probably a couple months. And I won't be able to do this anymore, so I'm gonna take advantage of it while I can. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get a propane fireplace, I think. Once I get out to Arizona, it'll be really easy to find dry wood, I think. So I won't need to carry, you know, firewood with me. And once I get rid of that monstrosity on the roof, I think I'll just get like a, I don't know, some kind of sealable bags. A lot of times they have bugs and mold and stuff that I don't want inside all the time. But if I got like a dry bag or something, you know, completely seal it in, like I could go pick up some firewood and just take it out to the campsite. Not a big deal. I don't have to carry around like 50 pounds of firewood with me at all times. So yeah, I think that's gonna be the move. Hopefully I can get Ignic to work with me, man. They made my 12 volt heated blanket and my little propane canister. I love that company, man. They make good stuff. We'll see. Crazy how, you know, like I was kind of saying before, this last 6 years I've been feeling really stuck, and I've just been down in it, man. Like, you have to go like to the depths of yourself and see your like darkness and your dysfunction and your toxicity like face on to get rid of it. You can't just grow. Like, you have to go through hard times to get to good times. And it's crazy how resistant to letting go of that I've been. Like, all I had to do was just let go, but things had to get so bad that I felt like I had no choice, or it was like literally a life and death situation. I kind of think our society's going through that right now too, man. Things are just so crazy and chaotic, it just doesn't even make sense, man. Well, I found this bucket down by the, what I'm assuming was a camper at one time. I'm gonna see if I can fill it up with trash. Clean up this campsite a little bit. It had some water in it, so I'm gonna let it dry for a minute. I think that whole bucket will fit in my trasharoo just fine. I can carry the whole thing out, and there's a dump in Astoria where I think I can probably take it. Hopefully they'll not charge me anything, but if they do, what's the cost of using public lands? Man, there's just stuff everywhere. Oh my god. This was a great pickup, by the way. This thing breaks down in half, and I just keep it in the trasharoo, so it's just ready to go. And this trasharoo's not a real one. The real ones are like $150 or something. I got this from Napa for like 30 bucks. It's crazy. It's crazy what they charge for them. They're probably made in China too. All this Overland stuff is, I mean, it's not all overpriced, but a lot of it you're just paying for it because it's an Overland thing. All right. Look at that. Dude, this thing was made for 5-gallon buckets. Holy crap. All right, well, drop in the ocean.